Hi guys, so today we're doing something a little bit different. It's, what time is it, like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I literally booked this trip an hour ago. We are exploring France today, the next 2 days. So I'm currently going to run to Luton Airport and catch a flight to Paris, Charles de Gaulle. We're going to spend a couple of hours in Paris, and then tomorrow night we're flying on to Nice. So I don't know how well this is going to go. I've done no planning. So we will just go with the flow and see what happens. Okay, so here we are, we're at the airport. I made it with 20 minutes to spare. I've never run so much in my life. So now, next stop, Paris. Let's go. And here we are at Paris Charles de Gaulle Airport. Now it's time to navigate my way into Paris. Wish me luck. Okay, so I'm at the hotel. Pretty standard room, but what I find funny is it's a nice little room. Don't get me wrong, it's nice. So when you get to the toilet, now I'm a fat girl. I only just fitted my ass between that, and there's no way I could go to the loo with the door shut. But we got a nice view here. It's not too bad. Now I'm gonna try and make my way to the Eiffel Tower and see how we get on. And that's me in bed after the end of day one. Really good day. I got to Paris at about 6 p.m. and then I got the train to Gare du Nord, which was really easy. Once you get to Paris, the train station at the airport, the staff there are really helpful, so just make sure you ask someone to make sure you get on the right train. But I got on the train to Gare du Nord, and then I walked to my hotel, which was about 15 minutes. Hotel room, as you've seen, yeah, it's good. Toilet's a bit small, but we make do. I then made my way to the Arc de Triomphe, and I discovered there was like a night bus tour thing. So I went on that. Would 100% recommend. It gets you around most of Paris anyway, so you get to see all like the touristy hotspots, but all of them lit up at night. Oh, as you can see in the previous videos, absolutely amazing experience. What else? Oh, the Eiffel Tower, all lit up and sparkly. So glad I got to see that. That was the one thing I wanted to see, and that was the Eiffel Tower all lit up and looking good. So yeah, that is the end of the first like 5 hours I spent in Paris. tomorrow I have some things I need to do in the morning for other things that I will reveal to you guys later on in the future. I gotta do them tomorrow morning, and then some point before I catch my flight to Nice tomorrow night, which is at 9:20, so I've got plenty of time, I am going to see if I can get on to the Eiffel Tower. I'm going to go back to the Eiffel Tower and see if I can climb up to the flume, like get the lift up to the viewing platform. So hopefully there'll be some videos of that. But for now, I will see you in the morning. Good morning, everyone. So I hope you're all well. It's currently, I don't know what time it is, I'm just trying. I've done my thing I need to do for the morning. So now, my phone didn't charge overnight, so now I'm to charge my phone, so I might be stuck in this hotel for a couple of hours. My plan is today, we are going to go down to the Eiffel Tower, see if we can get a ticket to go up it, which will be really sick if we can. If not, we're just going to have a walk around it and have a look. And then tonight I am flying to Nice at 9:30 at night. I should get to Nice for about 11. And then I did something very impulsive. Turns out I am now going to Rome tomorrow night instead of back to Luton. So then we're going to be going from Nice to Rome, over to Rome for like Monday, and then we're flying back to Gatwick on Monday evening. So in this one video, we would have gone to Paris, Nice, and Rome. So this is going to be mental. I have no plans, haven't prepped anything. We'll just see how it goes and go with the flow. So there is the Eiffel Tower behind this tree. I've just sat down because my bag is really, really heavy. I did look into getting up the Eiffel Tower. My recommendation is definitely pre-book your tickets. Obviously, because this trip's so last minute, I never pre-booked anything. But the queue is a 3-hour wait, and I'm not waiting in that experience. I'll do it another time when I come back with my fiance, who you've all seen in previous videos. There's a nice little park area around the tower. So if you just want to sit and have a picnic, it's really chill. But I actually don't know what I'm going to do next. So we'll just see what happens with this next activity in the next part of the video. We'll just see what happens. So I decided to go to this little cafe thing. Look at that size of that cotton candy. Oh, that's so nice. So we've gone for a wander and I've come across this monument. Military monument in the centre of Paris. Now we'll have a little break because I'm absolutely knackered. And then we're going to go to the Louvre, see if I can get in there, and then head to the airport. Let's go. So I made it to the Louvre. Again, I couldn't get tickets because it's sold out, so make sure when you come to Paris you book everything because you'll struggle to get into places otherwise. My plan is to sit here for a little bit, have a bit of a chill because my feet are killing. Maybe try and find something to eat and then head to the airport. So we'll see what happens next. So we are now at Paris Orly, I think it's called airport. My flight is in 2 hours and I'm falling asleep. So I don't know how much more we're going to add to this till tomorrow morning, but we'll see. The next stop is Nice. Let's go. Finally on the plane, and now we are on our way to Nice. Let's go. It's so weird, so obviously because I'm going from Paris to Nice, like France kind of thing, you know normally how like you hit this and the crew are doing the demo, no one's doing the demo, it's just the sound. And now I kind of know how it feels when I do the flights, when I'm doing like Luton to Malaga and have the Spanish PA going on. You literally just listen to it and you've got no one doing it. So creaky. And here we are in Nice. So now the next step is to get the tram to near my hotel. And yeah, it should be good. Hopefully I'll get to my hotel soon. I'll go to bed. So next stop, my hotel in Nice. And here we are. God, I'm really sweaty. Here we are, finally in Nice. I don't really know what I can say at the minute. There's not really much to say, except it's gone 11:30 and I'm knackered. So I'm gonna hop in the shower and then probably go to bed. Tomorrow I'm gonna go for a wander around Nice before I have to catch my flight to Rome. So for now, good night, and I'll see you in the next part of the video. Good morning and welcome to Nice. I'll be honest, I have no real set plans for today. We're just gonna go with the flow and see what we end up with. I have 6.5 hours before my next flight to Rome. So let's go and see what Nice is like. So another thing to be aware of in Nice is be aware of scams, because a guy came up to me with like these 2 gold bracelets and I said to him, no, I don't have the money, like, I don't want them. And then he proceeded to try and put them on my wrist. Yeah, and then he tried to put it on my wrist and kept saying about, oh, I'm your sister, you're my sister. I'm like, what? So yeah, be aware, in Nice people try to scam you for money. They try to give you things that aren't real for money. So make sure you don't fall for it. Don't let them put anything on your wrist, because once it's on your wrist, they try to get you to buy things. So just watch out for that. So here I am. We're at Nice Airport. My flight leaves in 3 hours to Rome. Nice. There wasn't really much to do apart from walking on the beach. It just reminds me kind of like Brighton, but in France. So I wouldn't recommend it if you want to do things. But yeah, next stop, Rome.
Sotto il sedile di fronte a me. I bagagli più voluminosi vanno riposti al sito. Siete gentilmente. So here we are, I finally made it to Rome. We are now currently in the gardens, well, like the circle of the Vatican. So I'll show you around this. It's absolutely stunning. After this, let's go home or back to the hotel and get some good sleep. So that's me done for the day. Yeah, it's been a long day. I started really early. I did the walk around Nice. There wasn't very much there, as I said earlier on. It is a bit like Brighton, but in France. And then I got my flight to Rome. The flight was really good. It was about 50 minutes, really quick. I did fall asleep for like 10 minutes on that flight. I had a quick 10-minute power nap. I really needed it.
And then once I got here, I went to the Vatican. Well, the Vatican Gardens, and I think I saw the Vatican. I'm not really sure if it was the Vatican, but it's the Vatican Gardens anyway. And now I'm finally back in my hotel room. It's a very good room. Like, it's very... That isn't a mirror, that's a second bed, by the way. That's not too bad either. Bathroom's really good. So, tomorrow night, I fly back to Gatwick, and that is the end of this 3-day trip. I still can't believe I managed to go to 3 different places in 72 hours, 2 different countries. But I'm feeling it now. My feet are really hurting. My legs are really aching. I've walked 9.5 miles today. You don't realise it until I look on my watch, and I was like, damn, 9.5 miles, that's a lot. So I'm gonna go to bed. Tomorrow, we're gonna kick the day off with a bus tour around Rome. I love bus tours because it's so easier to get around, get all the photos I want, see all the places I want to see around, to try and walk everywhere. So tomorrow morning, we're gonna hop on the bus tour and then just see what happens the rest of the day. But for now, good night, and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. Well, it's the last day, and then I fly home tonight. I feel a lot better now. I had some good sleep. I went to sleep at like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock last night, and I slept for like 10 hours. I feel so much more refreshed. My legs don't hurt as bad now. So the next step is to now go and get on this tour bus for the day. Well, for a couple of hours, and then go for a wander before I have to catch my flight home. I'm a little bit nervous about this airport because when I got off the airport it was massive and I was really stressed and confused and find my way through it. So yeah, let's go on this bus tour. So here we are. We are now at the Colosseum, and I'm about to go in a bit. Look at that! How cool is that? You've got to be really, really careful around here because there's so many people trying to scam you for tickets. So make sure if you are going to come into the Colosseum, you either get your tickets online or get them from someone who's got like the proper ID and stuff, because there was some guy who tried to sell me tickets for €50, which I knew was the incorrect price. So you've got to make sure that when you get your tickets, you get them from the correct people, because they're actually only €30. So just be really, really careful of scams like that. Same people trying to sell you like selfie sticks and shit like that. You don't need that money. They're trying to steal your money basically, so don't waste your money. But let's go and explore. Friends with this seagull. Whenever I move, he follows me. Hello. Can I lean here? Oh goodness me. What are you trying to do? We're now at the train station to make my way back to the airport. I should be home in about 10 hours time. To go down, I've got to get to the airport. It's turning 4:10. My flight is at 5 to 10.
I've got just under 6 hours, but the airport looks massive, so I should get to the airport for about 5. So that's like 5 hours before my flight. By the time I've found where I've got to go and checked in and everything, it'll probably be like 3 hours, and I'll sit in the airport for a bit. Because boarding's always an hour before, so technically I've got like, by the time I get there, I have like 3.5 hours till boarding. I'm then going to go catch my flight, fly back to Gatwick, and then I have to get an hour and 45-minute train from Gatwick to Luton, so I'm staying in Luton tonight. So yeah, we'll just see what happens and take it from there. I've been in this airport for 3 hours because I thought it was going to be complicated to get around. Turns out it was a piece of piss. I have an hour, just under an hour till boarding. This airport, I mean, there's a smoking area, so good for us smokers, but my advice is bring some food with you because everything in here is like posh fancy restaurants and really expensive. So if you're like me and don't have much money, you're not going to eat until you get on that plane, and that's if the plane has enough food, because they might have sold out on the way out, on the flight out over here. So we will see. Hopefully there might be some food, I don't know, but we'll see what happens. Not long to go till boarding. I'll be back when I'm on the plane. On the plane.
Il personale di bordo vi sta indicando quelle più vicine.
Now we're just
Facciamo notare che l'uscita più vicina potrebbe anche trovarsi dietro.
So I forgot to film last night because I literally got home at 3 AM, been awake 20 hours and passed out no sleep. So yeah, I'm now on my way back home on my days off. And yeah, that's the end of this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed going with me to Paris, Nice and Rome. I have no idea what the next trip is, but you know me, I'm always impulsive, so